Okay, it's getting a little bit chilly now, and water temperatures are beginning to drop. So with that, we've got to start looking about winter bait choice. And we're going to start by looking at Essential's dedicated winter bait, which is the Arctic Freeze. Now we do this in two different versions, Arctic Freeze Red and Arctic Freeze Natural. The main difference between the two is basically colour, although as you would expect, the Arctic Freeze Red has got a hint of robin red in it as well. Now the main concept behind the baits is quick breakdown. We want the bait to be working whilst you're sat behind the rods during the winter months, and to achieve this, what we've done is we've got rid of eggs. When I say got rid of eggs, is we've replaced the eggs with a really highly attractive liquid. Now the main benefits of that is the fact that not only will it break down quicker, but it's also easier to digest. Now the baits are still fairly firm, they'll go out in a throwing stick, etc. But what they'll do is once they hit the water, they'll start breaking down fairly quickly, releasing their messages of food over a shorter period of time. So although we do obviously a dedicated range of food baits like the B5 and the black snail, cream seed, they're more, if you like, designed for fishing over the course of a season, bait introduction, nutrition via recognition, etc. The Arctic Freeze isn't. It's developed, as I say, for short-term use during the colder months to get the best out of your bait whilst you're sat behind the rods. Now, I mentioned the liquids that we use to replace the eggs earlier. I'm not going to go into too much detail about what those liquids are because, to be honest, it's quite a closely guarded secret as far as I'm concerned. They're developed from within the aquaculture industry as feed stimulants. But I can tell you the attractor package is cranberry and black pepper. Now, anyone that knows anything about winter baits will tell you how devastating that attractor package is. But what we do with the black pepper, a bit of a twist, instead of using the actual liquid or the essential oil as such, we use the ground black pepper powder. And what I like about that is that stays within the bait and acts as a brilliant palatant, because instead of leaking out, we're using other liquids to do that, including the cranberry. But what will happen is it acts as a really good taste palatant within the bait. So, yep, cranberry and black pepper attractor package. Now, the other thing to mention, that this bait is only available from Essential Baits, okay? Unlike the rest of our range, it isn't available in the shops. Now, the reason behind this is several-fold, really, but we're trying to make the bait extremely affordable for those that fish during the winter. So if you look at the prices, you'll see it's an extremely attractive price. And unfortunately, the margins aren't there to supply through the shops. So it's only available direct from Essential Baits via the website or over the phone, of course, during, between the beginning of November and the end of February. Now, we do all the other products to match. We do the glugs, of course, and we all know how important, glugs can be during the colder months. We do the pop-ups to match in the Arctic Red and in the Arctic Natural. They're the cork dust pop-ups, by the way, which I personally much prefer than cork ball pop-ups. And so there you have it, aimed at anglers who perhaps aren't fishing week in, week out, or certainly day in, day out during the colder months, but just want to go to the lake or the river or whatever and actually want their baits to be working, while they're sat behind the rods over a short period of time. So, yeah, Arctic Freeze Red, Arctic Freeze Natural, only available from Essential Baits between the beginning of November and the end of February, dedicated winter bait. If you want action during the winter, get on it.